Subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man.
Alright, this is Mac 1. I'm Mac Uno, Mark Anthony Chris. And we have hanging with Donnie Houston, finally got him. And had a great time with him, God is good.
Yeah, man, it's going down. It's Donnie Houston podcast. I am Donnie Houston. Check it out, man. We got a special guest, man. You know what I'm saying? We talking about H-Town. We talking about the Southside. You know what I mean? It's some names, man, and some figures out here, man, that always come up. You know what I mean? And today's guest is right there in that category, man. I'm talking about Mark Christian. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Mac 1, Mac Uno. What's going down, man?
You got it, my brother.
How you feeling, man?
Man, I feel good, man. You know, I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good to be sitting down here like right after my little bro passes. I feel real good. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Pokey, man.
I feel real good. Rest in peace, for sure.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I didn't say this in the intro, but this is Kesey's older brother. You know what I'm saying? So
Deuces.
Long drive and all that, man. You know, man, tell me about, you know, you being the oldest Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Tell me about growing up. Y'all started in Long Drive over there?
No, we from Third Ward. We was born and raised in the Tray all day. We was raised right there on Canfield in Alabama, and when I got like to the 8th grade, well, matter of fact, 5th grade, I left and went to Louisiana with my grandma on my dad's side. So when I come back in the 6th grade,
you just went just to go, or?
Well, my mama said she told my dad she couldn't handle it. It was his turn. So you know what I'm saying. So I went to Louisiana, went to 5th grade. Then when I come back to Houston, my grandma was working at Cullen. So I got to go to Cullen, but everybody I grew up with went to Ryan. So I had the best of both worlds. So when I went to Cullen, I didn't know nobody. So I cut into Lil Pop. I can remember like it was yesterday. Lil Pop was in S.U.C. He was the Persian. And I had some Vans on. And I had a head full of waves. And he see me, he said, man, little dog got the real Vans on, because back then the van, you had the checkerboards on the sole. And then I played baseball. When they see me play baseball, it was history.
So baseball was your thing? You was like
baseball was my thing. That's what I played.
So you had aspirations of going to the league?
I had aspirations of going to the league. Yes, I did. I had aspirations of going to the league, but that ain't what go ahead and is playing. And it's playing. So as I got older, I realized the plan was for me to break the cycle, so I could get my son.
You say break the cycle. So what was your background, your family's background?
Well, the background was the father was never there. Drug dealers. We got drug dealers in our family. You know what I'm saying? We got a family of athletes, but you know,
streets took over.
It's no guidance as far as a male figure. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the streets get took over. It's, you know, when you're a male man and you see your mama doing so much, it's you know, you step up, be a man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did. But you know, it was the streets was something I chose. It wasn't no force. I put just party first. Like I just said, I'm just about to get my master's. Finance, that's my thing, but it's never too late on success. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's no time frame on success. There's no time frame. You just keep pushing. Never give up. That's what I look at. But I mean, you know, I actually went back to school. Instead of telling my boys about it, I'd be about it. So how I'm gonna ask you to do something and I don't do it? Sooner or later you're gonna be like, oh, come on, like, hold on, Dad. Hold on, man. You want me to do this, but you don't do that. Come on. I know I would like what come on my head. We got to sit down and talk about this, Dad. I mean, you know, but that's what I look at it.
Man, so okay, you playing baseball, but when did you start getting into the streets and all that?
I got into the streets and I was like,
You still in high school?
I was still in high school.
This is at Yates?
Yeah, I was at Yates. Yeah. But see, we stayed in Long Drive. Long Drive was a community to its own.
When did y'all move to Long Drive?
We moved to Long Drive. See, I went to Booker T first. I was in magnet school. I was always in pre-IB. Yeah, I was in magnet school at Booker T. That's why I went to school, in magnet school at Booker T, because I was in drafting. Matter of fact, I helped Cullen win their first ever state competition draft in 8th grade. I had 4 first place drawings, went from district all the way to region, all the way to state. So I wanted to go to Booker T because of engineering. I got to engineering, you know what I'm saying? But my dream was always to go to Yates. So yeah, I underachieved, but you know, I don't regret nothing I did, because I look at it like I was chose to break this cycle that I broke. I did not, me not knowing at the time, but that being blessed, I seen it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it is. Because the way I raise my kids is no check, it's no bank can cash that check. You feel me? No bank can cash that check because I did my part. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And they still let me guide them right today. It's a blessing, man.
So you doing okay? What is this thing? Because man, I be talking about prideful hoods, right? And like Third Ward, anybody from Third Ward like went to Yates, like bro, y'all love that shit. And you was like, man, I wanted to go to Yates. What is it about? What is it about Yates? This is with the three fingers. Yeah, what is it about this shit, man? Like, what make y'all love Third Ward and Yates so much?
We stayed on Canfield. Our street used to dead into the Yates, and you hear it's 8, 9 o'clock. You hear the band. That's what you hear. I mean, serious, for real. Product of your environment. Where's you gonna go? You go up down. So happened when I got in the 8th grade, we moved to Foxwood, and they found the lady dead in Foxwood. 3 months later, my mom moved us a long drive, and I used to get up. I didn't want to catch school, but I used to catch the bus to school. It'd be dark when I leave, dark when I get up. But I didn't have no excuse. I just, I played the honey and I was there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't regret nothing I did. Nothing I did. I do not regret it because that was my decision. You know what I'm saying? But
So when you get to Yates, what year is this?
I get to Yates. Yates went to state in 95, 96. That next year, 96, 97, I was a freshman. I was at Booker T. Second semester, I transferred.
86, you saying?
No, 86. My bad. Yeah. 86. My bad. 86. My bad. 86. So, I transferred myself to Yates, man. My mama didn't even know it, bro. But she knew but didn't know. Yeah, I transferred myself to Yates.
You just one day just said, man,
somebody signed it. Somebody signed it. Same people that we used to get to go buy our father house in the store, they signed it. But then later on, my mama talking about everything that you did, somebody was telling me.
Oh, so you was already drinking 40s and all that, always doing mischievous shit already.
Yeah, but see, but my mama had this thing, man. She didn't have no problem with drinking, but as long as you do it at the house. You know what I'm saying? But see, I was always like this, man. I wasn't gonna get in no trouble in the streets because I didn't want to worry about the laws. I worried about Clara Christian. I knew it was consequences with love. So I always stood up, I hang, but I'm not gonna do something because you doing it. No, I might want to do it, but it ain't because you do it. I'm gonna do it by myself. I always roll solo, man. I always roll solo. I mean, I got my god brother, my brother Keith and them and all that because they're up under me. So I put them in there like, come on, let's go. That's how that was. So
when does the hustling and all that get down?
The hustle came. I say my hustling came like I'd been in 11th grade, so this had to be like 80, 88, 89. Yeah. Long drive. I'm hustling rocks, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Rocks is going.
Yeah. I'm buying my own tennis shoes, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be on no corner. I ain't finna be on no corner because I'm not finna be chasing no cars down. But Long Drive was a community of their own. So, we hustling Long Drive. So, like I say, did what I did at the moment, product of my environment, but it made me the man I am today. Yeah.
So so you graduated. So you graduated what? 88?
Actually,
89.
I graduated in 91. I did 5 years in high school. I was student/faculty. And I didn't go back because I liked school. I went back because I had to graduate. Because when I went to Booker T, I was in magnet school.
You lost credits.
I lost a lot of credits. Right. Yeah. But if I went to class, I made A's. I went to class. If I went to class, I always went to class. Time baseball time though. It was time to play baseball. Yeah.
Made sure that eligibility
you remember
was
when they had the star? You get a star. All right. You remember you had to go to committee? I had a 99 star, bro. This is intrigue. I had a 99 star. The professor was like, well, listen, before we start anything, if he came the other 38 days, would he taught the class? He said, man, get that out of here. Take that star out. I had a 99 star in intrigue. Damn. Him and his sister.
God damn.
Yeah.
So, okay, you finally graduated.
I graduated in 91. But when I graduated in 91, I was working a summer job program. My mama said you had to go to school or work. I went to school. I was going to night school. So I went through, you remember the summer job program? So I went to where I worked I was doing the city summer job program. So it was this guy, an older guy named Mr. Gage. He knew my parents. I didn't know that. But it was another guy named Mr. Gray, retired. He was like, I'm going to give you a job. And I started working in the city like December 17th, 1992.
So what you doing in the city?
I was warehousing. I've been warehousing since. I left for 4 years, and I left in 01, right after Lil Pop got killed. It was 01, right after Lil Pop got killed. I left in 91, and in 01, I left the city of Houston, but it was by force, not choice. But I was got in some trouble in the street, so I didn't want them to fire me, so I resigned in case I had to come back, which I ended up going back. So.
Oh, you had to go sit down for a minute?
Well, no, I had what it was, I had two drink cases. It was deferred, but it wasn't a drink case. It was just, I always tell them I was a user. So anyway, I got them, they ran a concur, and then I had a dirty UA. It was right after my best friend passed, was in 2000. No, it was 2000. Because I got married in 2000 June. My best friend, Lil Billy, passed away July. Screw passed away, November. February, Lil Pop passed away. But those 3 people that was really in my life, you know what I'm saying? So I had a dirty UA, and they was like, well, you already did in-house. I mean, you already did outpace, you gotta go in-house. So, long story short, I'm letting my supervisor know where I was, but then when I went back to, we got out of in-house, I was at Texas House. When I got out of there, he telling people he didn't know where I was. So I was like, okay, I see what this is. So they gonna say, well, we advise you to resign. I say, well, yeah, I know you can, because if you're gonna fire me, you're gonna fire me. So I went on to resign. And that's when I got heavy in the game. Heavy in the game, because I had, my wife is she went to TSU. She gave me a student loan. So I peeped the game. I'm like, I ain't selling no, but Drake became popular. Wasn't no youngster selling Drake. So I sat and waited around. It took me about 8 months. I got a Drake connection. The rest was history.
And this is, you say 92?
It was like, when I left the city, it was 01. 01, because I got married in 2000. When I left the city. See, when I left the city, I had already been there 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Because I got married in 2000. But I left the city in 2001, February 2001. It was like, had to be the end of February. Yeah, end of February. Because I had been there since 92. Because it was like, I was right there almost going on 9 years being there. Yeah. So I went on to resign. So.
Okay, so let's go back a little bit. Go back. Okay, so you get the job with the city. You know what I'm saying? You 19, 20 up in that time.
I was still staying home with my mom.
Still staying at home.
So on long drive.
And still hustling raps.
No, I wasn't even hustling no more. I stopped hustling. I stopped hustling because I got
a job. This is doing me better.
Right.
And it's just,
in 91, 92, when I got the job at the city, I'm 19 making $10 an hour. This is 92. $10 an hour? What? I hadn't moved out yet. Then me and my wife, who I'm with now, we moved out. We moved out in 94. Early 94, because my baby boy was born in October 94. We moved out. It was January 94. We moved out. Yeah.
So how does the drink thing come around? Because that wasn't a thing like that, right?
No, it wasn't. It came. The drink came along like Keisha and Debo. When I was telling them, I'm like, yeah, y'all going over to school. I don't really dig that, because they was on drinks. So I'm sitting back watching it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, that's what I need to sell, because that's what the players sell. I don't want to sell cocaine, because everybody else doing that. No. So I get student loan from my wife. She gave me like $8,000. Because she was at TSU. So she was going to school, pharmacy school. So everybody in the world thought I was getting drunk because she was in pharmacy school. She changed. I made 25 minute help. So anyway, I sat around and finally got a drink connection. And there it went. There it went.
So then you become the man with the drink.
Well, I ain't gonna say the man, but
because there was a few people out here that
in my era, the people I was around, yes, it was constantly. I lose connection. I lose a connect and pick up right, because you can't go buy drink from anywhere. You had to have a connect. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, everybody would have been doing it. So that's why people could be in my business, because you don't know the people I know, and the people I know, they not street people. They corporate people. They don't want their business in the streets anyway.
So you had to connect with, like, at a pharmacy or some shit?
Well, at first it was with some old schools. Because my brother-in-law put me down with a connection. We won't say no names, but anyway, they were drinking and stuff like it was Kool-Aid, man.
Straight.
Yeah, they were drinking like Kool-Aid, man. They put it on everything. So I cut a connection. But see, at the same time, my stepbrother is from Acres Home, which my daddy married his mom, which he was on Aldine State team in '91. So, but I had people on outside of town. So when there was Southside and Northside, I didn't have that problem because I had people all over town. I was everywhere. When it wasn't popping on my side, I didn't know where they gonna buy it at. This is where it was, and that's a blessing. Well, I like Southside. Yeah, I'm Southside, but I'm Houston. I ain't had no swingers and nothing. That's what they was jacking for. I ain't had none of that. I ain't never want no fancy car.
Oh, so you never ride slabbing out
because they bring problems. Yeah, people can see what you're doing. They know what you're doing. No, low key, lasts longer. Yeah, I was always working too. See, that's the thing. See, for all my partners started working, I had already had 10, 15 years in the game working. So if I sold a brick, a rock, a gallon, or no drink, my bills were still paid. Because I worked for the city. You feel me?
Man. Yeah, so it ain't no stress. Ain't no stress.
It wasn't no pressure on me. Yeah. They go deeper. But
how was the money at this time with that drink?
Wow. I'm put it like this. I got married in 2000, right? I'm just gonna put it like this here. I got married in 2000. My wife got a $50,000 ring on her finger. This in 2000. I'd been through 2 Rolexes. This is 2000. You do the math.
Damn. And so when you were moving, did you ain't never had no issues getting caught up with that shit?
Like I said,
except that one particular time.
It was stuff to drink. Yeah, it was stuff to drink. So I was able to say, I gotta have it. That's what I told my lawyer. Y'all gotta have it. I always said if I ever got caught up, that's what I was gonna say. I gotta have it. Yeah, that's what I went. Yeah. And the day I got off probation.
Did you get into sipping too, or you was just straight selling?
Oh yeah, I sip. Yeah. But I like money. Yeah, cause my family bills gotta be paid. They preferably need to turn green. I was always grounded. I always had a straight head, grounded head. I mean, I'm sip, but that ain't the objective. I need this money. Yeah. I mean, it come with the territory. You gonna have fun, ball and parlay. Yeah. But yeah.
So okay, tell me about how you end up meeting Big Pokey.
All right. So, like I said, my wife, my baby boy was born in '94. So this was in '94 Crawfish Festival time, which is in May. Was my people from Bro Bridge. My grandfather's from Bro Bridge, my grandma from St. Martinville. So my wife was pregnant. A lady named Miss Helen Third used to cut my hair. I always did. 3 weeks in a row, she messed me up. So I'm talking to Lil Pop. I said, Pop, I need a haircut, man. I don't know. When can I get a hair? He said, man, I'm gonna take you to Joe. I said, make a Joe cut? He like, bro, I got you.
You knew Joe before then.
I didn't know Joe.
Okay.
I didn't know Joe.
You just asking if this whoever you taking me to if they live.
Yeah, Pop took me to Joe in his backyard. He was cutting my hair since after that from day one. But see, me not knowing, my wife and Joe took classes at school, and they be doing hair, and Joe was cutting hair. But I know his brother James from school. They knew me. You know what I'm saying? And once I got cut it to Joe, me and Joe got real tight because he looked at me like a big brother. Cause Joe didn't fool many people. Joe didn't hang out with many people. One many people on Joe level.
When you say on Joe level, what you mean?
He's like, you ever heard when they say a child been there before, a person been there before? He was above he was ahead of his class, put it like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we got tight. So that's how I cut into Pokey. Matter of fact, Joe Pokey graduated with my middle brother, Marlon. They call him Wimp, in '94. And I think I cut into Pokey that summer. Been hanging around Joe. Pokey was coming over from school, and I cut into Pokey. So I met him. My wife used to have this little central, too, though. Every time Pokey come on, it'd be me, Joe, and Pokey in that central. End up at our house at the end of the night. I drop Pokey off on Ward, Joe and Pokey off right down Ward. Pokey stay right down the street. I make it back down there to Alameda Mall. But, I was doing my thing. You know what I'm saying?
And they just with you.
Was young. Yeah, it was God. It was God. Because I mean, it's a lot of Pokey music, man. I know from him being around chopping it up that the lyrics and some of the sayings come from me. I ain't gonna say it and put my finger on it because I ain't gonna, but that's my bro. And we was real tight. We was real tight. Matter of fact, I had double game 3000, double game 2000 like 2 months before it come out. He was like, don't let nobody get it. I'm like, I'm not. They was like, what you singing? I'm like, don't worry about it. You gonna hear it. So we stand at the atrium, right there, for Cornbread. Be there every night. Him, Chris Ward, what's his name? What Mafia Mike? Mafia Mike be there. Matter of fact, me and Mafia Mike went to Douglas together, elementary in 3rd Ward. So, but he was like a little bit, he was between me and my brother Marlon. So, Chris Ward, D1, well, D1 came a little later, but they was all from Yellowstone. And I used to be over there every night for a while, every night.
Damn. Okay, so tell me about, because you was there when they did June 27th.
No, I was there. See, I'm going to tell you what used to be happening with the tapes. I had to work. You know, the tapes don't get cut till late at night. I had to go home and go to work.
Wait. You not, wait. You not on the shout-outs?
They probably shouted me out, but I wasn't there for the shout-outs.
You wasn't there? Was your brother there?
Kesey was there.
I know Kesey was there. I thought it was Kesey and then one of y'all, like, I thought it was you. No shit.
Not June 27th. Only tape that I'm on that's saying something is 4th of July. Me, Poppy, Lil Crew, Kesey. Me, Poppy, and Kesey. And what had happened was, everybody went to the beach. I ain't had no drink. So why would I go to the beach? I ain't got no money, mate. Why would I go? So Poppy like, I got a date with Screw. I said, let's go. And that's what it is. And we met. So May 4th of July.
So you met Screw before Pokey then?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Kesey and Demo. They had been going to Screwhouse.
So do you go over there with them first, or like how do you end up first?
Well, no, what it was when I cut into it, I don't know how that it went about him rapping or whatever, but I remember telling Demo I knew somebody rap because as a matter of fact, actually when I took Pokey there, it was my actual first time now. But see, I had to have Demo and Kesey to bring Pokey to it out because I can remember Demo made me remember the other day. He was like, "You don't remember? You and Joe met us there." I was like, "Nah, I remember." He was like, "Cause Screw ain't had no, he wasn't doing that day, cause we had to wait on him." I was like, "Okay," cause he actually we didn't do a tape. Yeah, he actually formally met him, and when you was asking me, Dancing Candy was his first tape he rapped on.
So Dancing Candy is it?
Yeah, Demo said that, cause they circle back, cause I wasn't even out for Dancing Candy. Like I said, they would get that and we parlay in, and I had to go home. I had to get some sleep. Then I'm dealing with a woman that's a strong-headed woman, so I had to. I'm paying the bills, but I got someone to answer to. And of course, because I respect and I love her. And same goes if the shoe's on the other foot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, paying the bills, doing what I'm doing, but still some respect over that. No matter who the man, who the woman, it's still respect over that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no one no dumb woman. I ain't no one no woman I can run over. Because if I can run over and she dumb, you can get her. That's what I look at.
So wait. So when you met Pokey, you didn't know he could rap?
No, I didn't.
You knew him from football?
No.
Or just knew him as Joe Partner and whatever and popping?
That's why Pokey introduced me to him. I mean, Joe introduced me to him. Because wasn't nobody actually getting into Screwhouse. Wasn't nobody going to Screwhouse. Not them. Not them. No.
Man, okay. So tell me about, because we've talked about Pokey and his football playing. And you said you really thought like he was going to the league. Because you meet him when he get ready to go to, like, he's going to college at this point.
I know, and then when he trained, I think he was at Abilene, and I know it was teams looking at him, and he was going to transfer to U of H.
He said he did the combine and the Bears and the Dolphins.
I can remember Carolina was just really coming to this. I can remember Carolina and Washington. Them two teams I know was looking at him. I don't know what happened after that. I mean, I can't speak on that because I don't know. But I know he could have, whichever way he decided, he could have went. I believe. He picked Rabbit.
Did you used to go down and like see him playing in college?
Never seen him play. Nope. It's like when we met, it's like it was meant for us to be around each other. Because it's like we just hit it off just like that. Straight like that. I mean, whatever. And all I look at was you want to go, we get him in Screwhouse. And I know my brother and them go down. So I was like what Demo said, I told him if somebody can rap, I was like, he can go. So I was like, well, yeah. Because it's a bond we built just like that. It was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I went. To the Screwhouse and I got out the way. They won't nothing knowing nothing. I mean, I got to wait because I'm doing my own thing. I mean, everybody do your thing. You know what I'm saying? If I can take you to the water, you got to drink. I'm gonna take you to the water because I'm serving God's purpose. That's what He wants us all to do. Help each other. We supposed to. We supposed to love everybody. But my love for my wife is totally different love from you. But we supposed to love everybody. Supposed to. I do. Yeah.
Talk about cause you said that was your first time going to Screw. Like, how did your relationship?
That was actually my first time. Right.
How did your relationship change with Screw after that? Like, do y'all go close to where you end up start spending your own time with him, or like, how did your relationship go?
Not really. Not really. Cause it wasn't my thing. It wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Was it that you were older than them, and this was just some shit they was into, or you just never gravitated to that?
I always did my own thing, man. I always was alone. You know what I'm saying? And nothing against nothing wrong with that, but you know what I'm saying? That's like, I got partners we used to all be out hustling, and I know what they do. I don't hang out with them because association bring, you know how they go with, and it wasn't nothing against them. It's just I was always thinking ahead of the curve because I already know this, but I never had nothing against, screwing them. That's what they think. Of course. I mean, go ahead, do your thing. And when the taste was made, man, it'd be late. I'd have to go to work. I'd be there when we start talking about it, and I'd be like, man, I gotta go. I leave, but me and Screw had a good relationship. We never had no problem. Had a good relationship. Yeah. But that was D-Mo and my little brother thing. And don't get me wrong, I gravitated to it. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about your middle brother, man, about Marlon.
My middle brother was in the service.
No shit.
He was in the service, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is, I'm Mag 1, Keesa's, and we had Wimp. That's my middle brother. Yeah, he was in the service. Most of when the Screw thing kicked out, he was in the service. Because when he graduated in 94, he went to the service. Because we had an uncle had him in Southern, because he played baseball. But he decided to go to service, and he went to the service. Yeah.
And then your little brother Kesey is around all this shit going on.
He's around all of it. And nationality to me, I mean, I always tell Kesey, I tell everybody nationality, I all my mama Kesey. I think Kesey's one of the brightest ones for us, because he's going to read and all that. But, to me, you know what I'm saying? Because he's really deep. The young fella's really deep. Yeah. Seriously.
Are you closer to any one of them over the other one?
Kesey? Yeah.
No shit?
Yeah. See, I look at it like, because I was young too, so we had no father figure, so I would teach myself how to be a man. So I was practicing with Kesey, so when I got them, I look at his practicing. And then I ain't look at his practice, I look at his my baby brother. I got you. But then Kesey prepared me for better to guide my kids. That's where I look at it. That's the way God had it. I was just blessed to look back and say, oh, okay, I see. I mean, there's some things we could have did different, but I mean, hey, I was learning myself. Yeah. I was learning to teach myself to be a man myself. I think I did great. It ain't over. We still going.
You get ready to get your masters, man.
Yeah, but he still got some more. He got some more fine tuning for me. I believe.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, okay, doing all this hustling, we talked about you getting up to the point to where you had these back-to-back debts and all that.
Yeah.
And then you had a situation. So then after that, when do you finally say, all right, man, I'm done with the streets, man?
All right, this is what happened. After those back-to-back deals, and I was on probation. I was still doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? But, what year was the Super Bowl here when the titty fell out?
2004.
2004. All right after that Super Bowl, actually my daddy, my grandma in Louisiana passed away. So my auntie called me to come get my dad from Lafayette. She was like, if you don't come get him, somebody gonna do something to him. So God put him back in my life, and I went and got him. But
wait. So what was y'all's relationship prior to this?
Well, see, the thing about it was, I stayed with my grandmother, and once I came back to Houston, I'm thinking my dad didn't want to come around. But as I go back, when I got to like 16, 17, I went to Crawford Fest, and I remember my grandma stayed, but she didn't stay, but I knew my cousin stayed. All that time, I couldn't find out my dad was in prison. And all that time, he said he kept watching TV because he knew I was going to make it in baseball.
Damn.
Yeah. That's how that went. So,
So did he end up getting, you say somebody going to do something to him, he got in trouble later on in life?
That when my grandma passed, he was out of control. And then my dad was streets, man. As a matter of fact, my dad ended up getting killed when he came to Third Ward. When he came back to Houston, he ended up getting killed. But my dad went from a drug dealer, then he went on the other side and he became a user. You know what I'm saying? But But the time God put him back in my life, he I don't remember nothing, but I can remember one thing. He told me, he said, God was going to break me down and build me back up. And I can remember that. That's why I love that Kevin Gates, In God I Trust.
Your old man told you that?
Yes, sir.
He was going to break you down. How were you living at that time for him to tell you that?
I was hustling. But see, when the breakdown, it came about was right after the Super Bowl, my daddy get killed. Then Keith go to jail. And I was like, my daddy got killed, Keith go to jail, then it'd be just my luck. My mama, who was me, and then this the age my son them at is when me and my brothers at when our daddies went to prison. So that's where the cycle had to be broken in. So I had to try to, you know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, because I mean, I could have been where I want. I mean, where my dream was, but it ain't what going to happen because we didn't have the father figure. You know what I'm saying? But my mama did a hell of a job, but with the morals she instilled in us. But that's why I love, like, oh, this cycle got to be broken. It'd be just my luck. I go to penitentiary when they really need me. Because they was at the age I was when.
When you needed your dad, and then it was.
See, we all had different daddies, but all our daddies were our daddy. Did you feel what I just said? All right. So Marlon daddy was the last daddy we was around, and he went to the feds, and that's the age.
Wait. So everybody, your dad, Marlon dad, Keith's dad.
Keith's dad didn't hustle. Keith's dad was a military guy. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Keith's dad was a military guy, but Marlon dad and my dad hustled. So, but at the age what my kids was when I decided to leave the game is the age when me and Marlon was when my dad went to the Fed, when his dad went to the Fed, which was all our dad, biological his dad. So that's when I peeped that. I'm like, then the events happened. My dad got killed. He used to go to penitentiary. I'm like, okay, all right. So I was like, oh, yeah, time out for this because it wasn't fun anymore. It used to be a adrenaline rush, but I mean I was feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because how long do you think it'll last? You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, I knew my mom wasn't proud of me being no drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? But I did what I had to do. It made me the man I am today. I played the hand I was played. Like I tell my wife, you go to the store, you got that pack of 3 hot dogs, but you just want one, but you got to buy that whole pack to get that one. You feel me?
Just the whole pack.
You got to buy the whole pack. You sooner or later you're gonna eat the other 2, but you really just wanted one. They don't sell them by the singles. You got to buy the whole pack to get that one. Yeah.
Man, it's crazy. I did not think we was gonna be talking about this shit when I called you over here to come kick it, man. I did not think the conversation was gonna go this way, man.
It turned that way.
I ain't mad at it. I just ain't think that.
Yeah, cause it is what it is. Share.
I respect the fuck out of it, bro. Being able to hold it down in the streets that way, hold it down on the job.
Appreciate it.
Understand the cycle, you know what I'm saying? Like all that shit. Go back, go to school, bro. I got nothing but respect.
So when I went back to work, sit I said I'm gonna quit hustling. I said, okay, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back to school and play the long game, like I'm still hustling. It'll supplement the pay, and that's what I did. Plus, the city was giving us.
They gave y'all money to go back to school?
Yeah, well, no, they was giving us tuition reimbursement, even though I was getting financial aid. Yeah. And see, my son was his first year in college at C-Now. So it all panned out. But I was always a problem solver. I'm always solving problems. I mean, but it's what God gave me, the gift He gave me. You know what I'm saying? I always follow my heart. And I always sit back and think, because I always think before I act or react. Always. Situational. If I do this gonna happen. That's even in the streets. I do this gonna happen, this gonna happen. Matter of fact, you know what I'm doing? I'm gonna remove myself from the equation. Yeah. That was a blessing, bro. Yeah. That was a blessing, because, I mean, I know I did some things. I should be up on the feds, but it ain't what you do, is how you do it. I ain't glorifying or nothing. I ain't saying that it's a certain way to do it. But at the time, the way I did it, I survived. I can't speak for nobody else but Mark Anthony Christian. Yeah.
That's great. And I'm listening to you say, you said Mark Anthony Christian?
That's my name.
My mom wanted to name me Mark Anthony. My middle name is Anthony, because my old man
Now you see
Anthony.
where the Mac come from.
Yeah.
You know why there's Uno? Because I'm the first. I'm the oldest. That's where the Uno come from.
I got that. I got the Uno. I say, yeah, I know. I see you. This is probably from being the oldest one.
Yeah. Mark Anthony Christian. Yeah. Marquise Antonio Christian. Yeah. Marlon Antoine Christian.
Oh, y'all all got the same.
Yeah, and my mama didn't name none of us. And all our first names spelled M-A-R, and our middle name spelled A-E-N-T. She didn't name none of us. It was meant to be.
Yeah.
One day I'll tell her, she said, I never looked at it like that. You know, you see, Keisha got the name Marquise because her first cousin had a Grand Marquise in 1979.
No shit.
Yeah, they just put an E on it. Antonio was Anthony in a different language.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's like it's about 13 of us, huh? From the other side, 15. It's about
I know show 15.
yeah, about 15 of them. Kids and all.
15.
Yeah, about 15. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, when's the last time that you talked to Pokey? You remember?
Man, I'm gonna tell you the last time man Pokey chopped it up. I can't tell you the exact date, but we run into each. Well, no, Sensei dropped. I reached out to him. He straight called me. Ben had his number. I always had his number. You know, just and I know his business, so you know. But if I text him, I say, hey, call me, bro. He gonna call. And Sensei dropped. And we chopped it up. But we always talk here and there, especially when my son went to the league. You know what I'm saying? We chopped it. Always chop it up. So Sensei dropped. They opened up for Jesus. That's the last picture me and him and Pokey took. So every time he reached the plateau with Sensei over the
streams,
he called. Cause I'm always on watching. I'm getting out, and I'm always watching from far, but I'm always on, text. Hey, I see you, love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? He always say, I give one for you, then it's been possible. I always giving him props. And that one from him, number love, and just the way the love Pokey, the same way. So it was meant for us to meet each other.
Yeah, man, we lost one, man.
Yeah. But we gained one too.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
Cause he was smiling in that casket. Yeah. So and then I look at him like texting my brother, like, just think, man. God let him give us Sensei and say it's time for him to come with me now.
Mm-hmm. One last run, a hell of a run.
And I
too.
think it was his best.
Great
for me.
album.
What you say?
Great album. That shit came out and I said, bro, Pokey ain't dropped in probably, 10, 15 years, and he right in pocket.
I mean, it's like he just pooped, like he didn't even know where. I mean, it was meant to be like that, man. It was meant to be like that. That's the only way we can look at it. I mean, that's the only way I look at it. Because God don't make no mistakes at all.
Yeah.
And who are we to question? I mean, of course, it's human nature, but when you know you have him, you even if you try, you catch yourself, and then you understand, because you can always take, you always take first, you take a negative, make it a positive. But the only way you take the negative positive, the quicker way you accept it, the quicker way God gonna make it a positive. Because you ain't no control of the negative. If you had control, it wouldn't have been a negative in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Nah, you're right.
That's right, because we all set out for positives, right? We don't set out for no negatives. Yeah. But the negative come out when it ain't. That's where the learning experience come at. The LE, that's what I'm calling the mistake. I call it learning experience. Supposed to learn from it. Some do, some don't. As long as he wake him up, as long as they wake them up, they got time to give
opportunity.
Yeah, they got opportunity. Yeah, because he gonna keep giving you opportunity. Every time you wake up is a test with him. Every day you wake up is a test. You can't study for it, but it's simple. It's simple when you know. It ain't simple when you don't know. To me, the simple part is submit. And to submit, to me, it become a habit. Like, yes, sir, thank you, my bad. That's a habit. If I step on yourself first, take my bad. I want to speak for more. That's where I look at it. I mean, we human. We all gonna. It wouldn't be fair if everything would be simple to us. Even when we come close to him, it get harder. Because he's gonna just test in your face. You got to. That's the way it's designed. But it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Yeah. It's so beautiful. Give me chills. Yeah. It is.
For sure. Man, bro.
I know. I appreciate you, brother. For real.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
I love telling, like my wife always tell me, you can't never tell a story. Can't tell a story because it ain't my story, but I can tell my story verbatim. Yeah. Verbatim. I can't tell nobody else's story. I tell my wife, you should have been there. But yeah, I mean, a pleasure, man. Yeah, I so appreciate it.
Wow, this is good. Like I say, bro, I ain't know so many layers to you, bro. Like,
it is.
You could be like a life coach or some shit, man. Like,
you know, shit. I have a spiritual advisor, He used to work the city. And I run supply, and he used to come in there and he just watched me. And I'm like, what's wrong, Mr. Bill? He's like, man, I just be watching you how it's like a machine. But anyway, me and him became real close. And every time he used to come over there, it just seemed like we just started talking. He always tell me, say, you got something to offer. I always say that. And right today, he retired and he's my spiritual advisor. I always wanted one, but I look at it like you don't pick that, God put it in your life.
So how did he become your spiritual advisor?
Because we connected. We connected, and he's a pastor. And, you know, I don't know what magnitude, and it doesn't matter to me. It's just we connected. You know what I'm saying? He shares things I don't know when it comes to our Father. I know my Father, but I want to know Him. You know what I'm saying? So, and he know Him. And then when he told me, he always tell me, you got a lot to offer. You got a lot to offer.
You do, bro.
He said. So we gonna see.
You ever thought about doing stuff like just tapping into other stuff? You know what I mean?
Well, I look at it like this. I let him order my steps. But one thing about it, when I see it, like I always say, I see that I ain't gonna go that way, I ain't gonna run. I ain't gonna run. And I'm at that right at that point of going that way. Yeah. Going that way. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I got to the point in my life where, you know, it's not that I'm bored or nothing. I got to the point where, like, which way I go now? It's like, okay, what to do now? And I know what to do. It's his turn. It's his time. Because I know he got something for me. You know what I'm saying? In order for me to go farther and share more, you know, that's where I look at it. But we'll see.
Man, this is so real. I hope y'all watching this, enjoying this as much as I am. Sitting up here having this conversation, man. This is good.
But I feel it. You do. I don't know what magnitude or whatever. If it's just viewers watching this or whoever, but I believe
it's something, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's something. My whole name, Mark Anthony Christian. That's a start. Well, I look at it. I don't know what everybody else look at it. That's where I look at it. But it's a feeling, man. I know. It's a feeling. I feel it. And it started with me when I told you my daddy told me he was going to bring me down and build me back up. I told you, if he ain't teach me nothing else, he told me that. And I can remember the day he broke me down, and I can remember when he started building me back up. I can remember that day. And that day came when, the build-up came when I was laying in the bed. 2016, my son was home from, he was home training to go to pro day. I was laying in the bed, he woke me up out of my sleep. Forgive me, I had been drinking syrup all night. He woke me up like I was waking up going to work. He told me, don't worry, I got your son. Let me know right there. That was the start of the build-up. My son went to the league. Cause my son, but I'm a father, I'm stressed. He told me, I got him. Yeah. So there was the cycle. That's why I go back to the cycle. That's why I told you the chosen one. I had to do what I had to do, and go ahead to do what I had to do for me to break the cycle, for me to guide him. Because if I wasn't, how am I guide him?
Man.
And I was like, wow. I recall. Nobody make me mad no more after that day. I mean, you know, of course, but come on. All right. Not even my wife. She used to could, but not no more. I mean, you know, it's so beautiful when you know, dude. Like I say, it's so beautiful when you know. But I mean, you know, it's one day at a time. It's just a lot more. It's just the beginning. Like I tell my son, I know he got a lot more for me, but I got to do my part for him to give me what he got for me, or for him to show me what he got for me, because he got something for all of us. No matter what you're doing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You know, you 38, what you say, 30 what?
38,
yeah, you got a lot more living to go. We don't know. But you tell like you're in the right direction with me.
I appreciate that, bro.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Mark Anthony Christian, man. Mac 1, man. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I never knew. I didn't even know what we was going to talk about. Really, we got it. I really did. Because, I mean, even though, you know, I ain't always come over around it, but that was their story. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I can only speak on with my little brother and Pokey, because the things that when I was there with them, and Demo, and there's so much with Demo, but all that other stuff, I really can't speak on because I wasn't there. I mean, you know, I know of it, but I don't speak on that. I don't really know. But I can speak on them because I know I was there, and I know them spoke on me. And, you know, nothing against no others, which I get love from everybody, but I don't know their story. I wasn't there. So what I hear, I don't believe in half what I hear. I mean, just what I hear, I know it's what you hear is what you hear, but you still ain't get it from the horse. And, you know, it's always 2-3 sides to it. Mine, yours, and the truth.
Yeah.
But I don't speak on it.
Yeah, man. Well, man, listen, bro, I appreciate you coming through, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm interested to see, you know what I'm saying, like, where you take whatever you're doing next, man, because it's something,
We're
man.
going to see, man. We're going to see. We're going to see. Matter of fact, I mean, I've been with the city 27 years, right? And would have been 32. And I had a degree in finance, but I've been running wild. And, you know, just this year, I'm waiting on the call for another position, finally working in my field. And I'm going back to a department where I started. I say, my father want me to end where I started. So I was like, okay, I'm finna go get my master's. So the people in front of me, when they get ready to go, I can just walk through the door because I know he gonna open up. He ain't gonna stop and bless me today. So we'll see.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
That's what's up, man.
we'll see.
Mac 1, Mark Anthony Christian, man, Donnie Houston. It's Donnie Houston Podcast. Hey, man, we're up out of here.
We out here, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Already.
Appreciate it. Much love. Much love.
Donnie Houston.
Subscribe to the Donnie Houston Podcast, man.